Hey guys, Mr. Ruth here. I'm inside. I can take my mask off. Miss Lindsay showed you one way to do the factoring with a greater than zero. Sorry, a greater than one. But some of you learned a box method and like that method. So let's do a real quick example using the same problem and showing how you would do that with the box method. So remember, for the box method, I take the A and the C and I multiply them together. So I'm doing 6 times negative 4. And I get negative 24. So again, just like with most factoring problems, I now have to figure out two numbers that are going to add to positive 5 and multiply to negative 24. If you've watched the other videos, it won't take you long. It's not 12 and negative 2. It's not 6 and negative 4. It's good old positive 8 and negative 3. So that's the same as the method Ms. Lindsay was showing you. But now, in the box method, we go ahead and we take that positive 8 and negative 3, and those are the x values. So I'm putting those here and here in the box. It doesn't matter which one I put where, as long as I put them in the upper right and lower left. I'm now taking this 6x squared. I'm taking this term, and I always put that here in the upper left. I take this negative 4, and I always put that over here in the lower right. The number just goes there. Now, using the box method, my next step is I look across the row and I say, what's the GCF of these two terms? What's the greatest common factor? Well, I've got a 6 and an 8. What factors out of that? A 2. I've got an x squared and an x, so I can factor out an x. I do the same thing with the next row. Now, the trick here is if there's a negative in front of the x term, I'm always going to factor a negative out. But that's the only thing that factors. 3 and 4, the greatest common factor is 1, and there's an x term here, but not here. So all I can factor out is negative 1. I then do the same thing with the columns. I have 6x squared and negative 3x, and I'm trying to see what the GCF is. Well, out of a 6x squared and a 3x, I can factor out a 3, and I can factor out an x. Here, again, I'm always going to take the sign of the greater exponent. So here I'm going to take positive 8x and negative 4. What's the thing that, what can factor out of this? What's the GCF? Plus 4. So these are my two binomials. I then write them side by side, and I've got my answer. Stay safe.